I spent 10 minutes clicking aimlessly in this game, and then it clicked, and I haven't stopped thinking about it since. You know that feeling when you used to sit down with a game and just get lost? No daily quests, no battle pass, no grind, just you and a game that somebody made because they genuinely loved making it. That feeling is rare, but it's not common. This series, that feeling, is me finding those games one by one, and day one starts with Gorogoa, a game one man drew by hand for 7 years just because he loved it. And trust me, you will feel every single year of that love when you play it. 90% positive on Steam, BEFTA winner, and somehow most people still haven't played it. Okay, so when you first boot this up, it looks simple, 4 panels, beautiful hand-drawn art, no tutorial, no instruction, nothing. And your first reaction is, what am I supposed to do here? And that's exactly what happened to me. I was confused. I was clicking things, dragging panels around, zooming in and out, just trying stuff. And slowly, you start to follow along. You don't know where it's going, but you move forward anyway. And then something interesting happened. I looked back and realized this game was silently leading me to the whole time. I thought I was figuring it out, but Gorogoa had a plan all along. So here's how it works. You have up to 4 panels on a screen. Each one is a window into a different part of the story. You can zoom in, zoom out, slide panels, layer them on top of each other, and when 2 images align perfectly, something happens. The world shifts, the story moves. The game gives you hints, but it does not spoon feed you. And there will be a moments where you feel completely lost. You will be clicking aimlessly, dragging things, just hunting for the next step. And that one small step forward is enough to identify the next one. It's like being handed puzzle piece with no pictures on the box. I'm going to be honest with you, there were parts that frustrated me, like this moment right here. I could see the character needed to go through this door. I could literally see it in the painting as a hint, but there is a brick wall blocking it. I got the door to open and the character just refused to go. I tried everything logically, nothing worked. And then, out of desperation, I placed the door on top of the character and he just walked through it. What? From a logical standpoint, that makes zero sense. And for someone like me with a creative background, when the game forces you to do things in a very specific way and rejects every other approach, it generally feels like a bondage. Your creative mind is trying to find 10 different solutions, and the game keeps saying, no, this is the only way. And I think that's the game's biggest weakness. It needs a hint button, because without one, frustration can kill the experience fast. But here's where it gets interesting. The door moment, it was a lesson. The game wasn't being cruel. It was telling me something. Stop thinking like an adult, start thinking like a child. Because a child would place the door on top of the character without a second thought. A child doesn't ask, does this make logical sense? A child just tries it out of pure curiosity. And that's exactly what Gorogoa wants from you. It wants you to unlearn the linear, logical, this is how things work approach that our brains get conditioned into as we grew up. Society teaches us to think in a straight line. Gorogoa quietly breaks that conditioning, panel by panel. And once that shift happens in your brain, once you stop trying to be logical and start thinking like a curious kid, the game completely opens up. And that's what makes this game great. Every time something clicks, and I mean really clicks, your brain gets this little reward, this mini dopamine hit of I figured it out, and that loop, confusion, exploration, click, reward, it just keeps you going. At some point, I forgot I was even frustrated. I forgot about everything else. I was just in it, fully engaged. This kind of flow state is rare in games. And then as the game progresses, the panels start shifting in a way that makes you question the story. Is this the past? The future? Is this a real or a dream? The game starts messing with your sense of time, and somehow it makes it feel more personal, like you are the one piecing together a life story. Here's my interpretation, and you can disagree in the comments. The game follows a boy who spends his entire life chasing something he saw as a child. A beast, a feeling, something he can't explain but can't forget. And then the whole game, all the puzzles or the panels, is him trying to get back to that moment. Sound familiar? That thing you felt as a kid, that wonder, the imagination, that anything is possible feeling. Gorogoa is basically asking, when did you stop thinking that way? And can you get it back? For me, that's it different. So, is Gorogoa worth playing? Yes, absolutely yes. But go in knowing two things. One, it will confuse you at first, let it. Two, the moment you stop trying to be logical and start being curious, the game becomes something special. It's about 2 hours long, it's cheap, it's on Steam, Switch, and mobile, and it will make your brain work in a way most games never do. This is day one of the Feeling Good series, indie games that deserve way more love than they get. Next up, I have another hidden gem lined up that I think you'll love. Drop a comment, have you played the Gorogoa, and what's a game that made you feel like a kid again? I genuinely want to know. See you in the next one.